Hi my loves, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new here, my name is Katlego Diale. I am a makeup artist and content creator, and I surely hope you'll enjoy my content. Don't forget to subscribe, comment and like. Yes. So today we're going to be doing a bit of a soft glam look. I'm doing my makeup for some content on TikTok, so to keep my page alive and revived. Actually, I don't know, do I want to do a soft glam look? Like, a soft glam look seems like the easiest route to go and the quickest route to go for me, but like, we'll see how I feel throughout the video. I might decide to do something with my eyeshadow. If not, definitely in the next video. My foundation, I'll be using this Maybelline 30-hour liquid foundation. So far so good. Like, I'm not like complaining about it in any way. I like how it treats my skin. It hasn't given me like any reactions or anything, or it doesn't like give cracking and stuff like that, like make your makeup crack once your look is done. It gives a nice base. It gives a really nice base. I like it. By the way, I haven't like a sew in and it's not really fresh, so I'm sure you can see some flyaways in my hair, but like, don't mind them. bear with me. I'm trying sew-ins out. I've always been a wig girl, but like, I'm trying something different, because apparently I was very close-minded in terms of my hair, according to my mom, and I was overdoing it with the wigs. So yeah, this is something different, but I'm really not impressed with like sew-ins, because the itching, why did no one warn me about the itching? It's so itchy, like it's so itchy. So I don't like sew-ins. I don't like sew-ins, guys. I'm actually gonna go back to wigs, I think, or I don't know. You guys let me know in my comments, should I give sew-ins one more try? Like, but if I do, I'm probably gonna do straight hair, because this is curls, this is curly hair. So I might just do something straight and short. Maybe I'll do like a bob, because that's closer to my hair length as well. So yeah, I don't know, I'll see. I love the coverage of this foundation, but I usually do 2 coats of foundation, but today I'm doing 1, and the coverage is really not bad. It's really not bad. I'm doing 1 coat because like I'm not even going out, it's just for content. So when I go out, I usually do 2 coats, so that lasts longer. You understand? For my eyebrows, I'm going to be using a spoolie. Yes, honey, it's just a little spoolie. I actually got the spoolie from my friend who does lashes. She's a lash tech. Shout out to Sleep Berries, guys. Make sure you support her. I think I'll put her handle somewhere in my description, so you guys can go and get your lashes done, honey, by the best. Period. So I just want to give you guys a bit of an insight of my makeup background. I didn't just wake up one day and decide, hey, I'm gonna do makeup. No, I was actually kind of born into it. Not kind of, I was born into it. So my mom is a makeup guru, or was known as a makeup guru back in her day, and I think she was in the industry for like 20 plus years. Yeah, she did it for a long time. So yeah, it kind of runs in my blood. In the later years of my high school, I kind of just fell into it, basically, and I found myself helping out with makeup at high school whenever we had shows. By the way, I went to the National School of the Arts and I studied the dramatic arts, so we had a lot of shows, and I would offer to do their makeup, because it's just something that I was drawn towards, naturally so. Aside from my acting skills, my great acting skills that actually got me into the school, I also had quite the crafty hand. Yes, I did makeup behind the scenes for a few shows, and then I was introduced into stage managing as well. The stage managing thing gave me a bit of insight of how things work, like backstage, because I know how things work behind the camera, like, behind the scenes for television, but I didn't really know like what happens behind the scenes in terms of theater. So then I went into stage managing, and it was okay. It's like similar to production coordinating, which I now do for my mom's production company. She has a production company now. So yeah, I went into stage managing, similar to production coordinating. And then from there, I started learning how to do lighting, stage lighting. And I started learning how to do set as well. So, I learned a lot in high school. Like, I really learned a lot. Actually, a lot of the experience I have, I got from my school, and then obviously from my mom and working for my mom. So yeah, that's a bit of my background, like in terms of film and how I'm in the creative space right now, or how I ended up in the creative space right now. That's where it all stemmed from, My high school career just took it to another level. So after completing high school, then I started taking on makeup clients. I was on a gap year, so why not utilize that time to perfect my craft? So I started taking makeup clients like locally, and yeah, I was making a bit of pocket money for myself. And then I don't know what happened, guys. I discovered wigs, and then I dropped the makeup thing. And then I started focusing on being a wig stylist, right? I know, crazy, right? So instead of doing both crafts, I now started focusing on wigs, which I feel like was kind of a mistake, because if I was doing both, can you imagine what I could have achieved in all this time? Or by now, I would be known as the makeup artist that I am, or whatever, And I would have been even more perfect in my craft than I am, probably. I would have mastered it and gone far with it, beyond the lengths of the world with it. So yeah, I started focusing on becoming a wig stylist because I was so fascinated with the fact that I can have long hair that's not mine, but it can look like mine on my scalp. Like, what the heck, For me, that was so fascinating. So that's where my attention ended up going. And then now with the wig industry, a mistake I made was not perfecting my craft first, right? So yes, I would do installations on myself first. Like I used to do only on myself, and I took that kind of sort of as practice, but I didn't go far enough to become super perfect. Like, I just threw myself into the hair industry without doing the proper research I needed to do, which was a very big mistake. It was self-destructive, if you ask me. So yeah, and then I would get hair clients, and then maybe sometimes I wouldn't do it as neatly. Or the problem was I wasn't doing it as neatly on myself. Yes, one of my friends mentioned that. I think my friend Karaba once told me that, like, you need to do it neat on yourself, so that when people see it neat on you, then they'll come, And I don't know, like, what was wrong with me. I didn't listen, because now I thought I was Miss Know-it-all. Yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah, and she was really right. So obviously, if I am to go back into the hair space, of which I will eventually go back into it, because I realized it's another passion that I have. It was a way of me, like, sort of distressing every time I would do hair, or I would prep a wig, or I would revamp a wig of mine. It really felt like I was distressing. So yeah, like, I'm gonna go back into hair at some point. I just need to, like, polish my skills, and then I'll be back. So when I do my top brow, I come back with my foundation color instead of, like, just using contour on top or not putting foundation at all, because I've seen people who don't apply foundation at all on their top brow or on their forehead, and I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Is everything okay at home, babe? Is everything okay at home? Don't do what I don't. Yeah. Now in this wig industry that I am in, I eventually, I think I ended up having like about 12 wigs of my own. Yes. So like I said, the problem was that I wasn't as neat. and I don't know why, but I wasn't determined to perfect my craft. Yeah, that was a huge setback. So after some time, I just stopped everything altogether. Like, I took a long break from doing makeup, from doing hair. I was now just doing it for myself, you know, for whenever I go out or I need to look nice. Yeah, and then, I mean, fast forward to now, to recently rather, I have now found love for the craft again. And when I say the craft, I mean makeup. I've now found love for the craft again. And you know, how I found love for the craft again is because I was in a reflective space for myself. You know, I was doing a lot of self-reflection, and you know, I had to come back to base. I had to come back to reality and just be like, look, if you want to make it in this space, in the social media space, you need to do what you love. Because when you do what you love, the rest automatically falls into place. So that thought is what pulled me back to my roots. And I was like, you know what, I just need to go back to doing what I love, which is makeup. So yeah, and that's how I'm back like I was never gone before. Kind of who says that in the intro? I think it's Cyan, Sissy Cyan. I'm back, and you know, when I come back, I'm better when I come back. I'm back in the makeup space, and honey, I think I'm here to stay. No, I know I'm here to stay this time. I'm definitely here to stay. For my eyes, I'm going to be using a contour palette. I'm going to be using this contour palette. I don't really remember who I bought it, but yeah, this is what it looks like. It's not really a well-known brand. It's just a normal makeup that you buy, any kind of makeup. You know what I'm saying? No, guys, you know, to be honest with you, like, it's not always the luxury brands that do the job. Sometimes if you mix and match with your makeup, you'll really get what you want. You'll get more of what you want from that, more than the expensive brand. You know what I'm saying? So, and especially as a makeup artist, like, you always experiment. You can't just stick to your luxury brands or the well-known brands. Also, you'll run yourself broke. Hey, makeup is expensive, guys. Makeup is so expensive. Your makeup is expensive. But obviously for my clients and stuff, I always make sure that I use top-notch stuff, you know, because I mean, I need to give my customers the best always. So yeah, but when it comes to myself, that's where I experiment a lot in terms of makeup products. I'm willing and always willing to try new stuff. You know, I'm always willing to try something new. And you know, recently I started trying out a banana powder, no name brand. I don't know what it's called, but they usually sell it at like these clothing stores in the mall or something. You know, those clothing stores that also sell makeup and beauty blenders and whatever. Yes, I don't remember what I was there to buy, but like, I got a banana powder from there for like 25 bucks, guys. And the banana powder was actually doing what it needed to do. It was doing what it needed to do. Like, and then I saw no need for me to buy an expensive one from Lancome or something. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you need to be able to try things. You need to have a variety of products when you're a makeup artist. So for my contour, I'm going to be using this camouflage cream from Crayolan. This is the Derma color range. I'm not sure if you can see it properly. Yeah, it's a clay foundation. So this is what it looks like inside. I think it's hardened up a bit because obviously it's winter and it's cold, so everything just like grips more. You can use a liquid foundation. Like, a lot of people use liquid foundation, but I prefer to use clay foundation because it's just like, I don't know, I feel like it lasts longer, and I feel like it gives more of a finished look, you know, like it gives more of an airbrush effect. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but for me personally, you know, personally, that's really how I feel. Like, I just feel like clay foundation is really your go-to, you know. And in terms of like my favorite makeup product or my favorite makeup brand, I would say it's Crayolan. I mean, even though Crayolan is mainly used for like stage makeup or for film, I don't know, like I feel like when you now wear it outside, it slaps. Like if you wear it like as an everyday makeup, it really slaps. It gives that airbrush finish. Like I really feel like you can't go wrong with it, you know what I mean? Yeah, but you know, we all have our preferences. Oh, and also like how I apply my contour here on my cheekbone, I don't stick to my cheekbone or try to underline it. I feel like it's easier if I also go up into the cheek a bit, because when you go up into the cheek, it gives like an undertone when you now apply your blush. Like, I don't know, you guys will see at the end what I'm talking about, if you'll be able to see it. But yeah, like that's just how I feel about it, you know, and that's why I just spread it all the way. I spread it all the way into my cheek, and I go straight to the ends of my face with it. It's quite a thick foundation, you guys. It's so hard to apply this thing because it's hard right now. Itile. For my concealer, I'm going to be using the same concealer that I used on my brows. This Fit Me concealer from Maybelline. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but yeah, I'm going to be using the same shebang for my under eyes and for my nose. You know, I don't know, like, am I running out? Oh, I have another one. I think I have another one somewhere here. Yeah, so that's a bit of my makeup background, my makeup preferences, what I like, what I don't like. You know what I don't like? People who don't apply foundation on their foreheads. Like, what are you doing for real? Like, I don't know how much I can stress that. Like, guys, do better, honestly. As banyana, as wanyana. What with concealer application, I've seen like most girls apply here on the inner corners and on the outer corner of their eye, and then they just leave the middle, or they just join it at the end. I don't know, I prefer to apply everywhere because I want it to have like a fair amount. It must be equal everywhere. A fair amount of concealer everywhere, all over my under eye, you know. I feel like I'm robbing myself. I'm not giving myself the full coverage that I want, you know. But that's just me, guys. That's just me, okay? Let's get it. I'm being bossy. No, not at all. Not at all, dear. Not at all. I never used to like highlighting my forehead and chin, but I recently got into it. So yeah, I don't know, like I'm warming up to it, hey? I'm starting to like, okay, maybe because I'm seeing the difference now in my pictures. I see the difference in my pictures, but when I'm doing it like in the I don't see what it does. But in my pictures, I see what it does. I now understand the assignment. Yeah. So I'm gonna let this dry. Not too much. You need to just like get the right consistency. Then I can start blending, because you know when you're working with liquid foundation and you just start blending like immediately, you're gonna end up with patches and stuff, you know, and that's not cute. That's not cute. That's not cute, baby girl. Let's blend. I feel like this is the step in makeup that is just so therapeutic. Like when you're blending your makeup in, like, I don't know, like I love to blend out my concealer. It's so therapeutic, guys. It's me talking like a white person. It's so therapeutic. It's so therapeutic. So therapeutic. Would you like a cup of tea and some scones? Get you a cup of tea and scones. Oh, Maranaka, for it is sometimes like I didn't zala. Sometimes I didn't zala. You guys love me anyways, right? You guys love me anyways, just the way I am. So I've just been doing a lot of self-reflection lately, and you know, just like putting a lot of my things into planning phase, because I realized life goes smoother when you plan for things. So yeah, I'm teaching myself how to plan for things before just jumping into them. Like I said, to set my under eyes, I use this translucent powder from Yardley. This translucent loose powder, yes. So I mean, I feel like it does the job, it does what needs to be done. It's not a waste of money. It's not a waste of money, darling. I like to set my under eyes immediately before I set the rest of my face, so they can be baking the whole time while I'm busy with the rest of my face. I'm almost done with my makeup actually. This is like one of my final steps, What have you guys been watching like on TV? Like I've been watching, hey guys, I've been watching Real Housewives of Durban. So the last episode was full of so much drama. Like, guys, Nonku got this note that just drove her berserk, and it just left all of us with a huge question mark, like, who wrote that note? And like, what's wrong with you? Why did you write that note? So I don't know, like I was discussing it with my friend Karabo, and we both aired out our suspicions of who we think it is. I was thinking it's Lentuzana, what's her name? Fafa. Yes, I was thinking Kifafa, guys, because I don't know, like she never really hashed out her beef with Nonku. They never really ended up on the same page after the last incident where Nonku was like bringing up her husband and the whole scandal. Then another suspect is Londi. But it's like, I don't know, didn't they fix things with Nonku? I think they fixed things, guys. I don't know, like I don't think it's Londi, like, And then another suspect I was suspecting was Sorisha. Yeah, I was suspecting Sorisha because I'm just like, I don't know, it's so calculated. That's such a calculated move that it suits Sorisha to make Nonku lose it without even knowing where that note is coming from. You know what I mean? Like, it's giving Sorisha. So I don't know, like if you watch Real Housewives of Durban, like comment in the comment section and like let me know what you think is going on there, because I can't wait to see the reunion, like, and do you guys think Nonku's gonna be at the reunion? Because I heard that she's apparently left Housewives now, like she's no longer coming back to shoot with Housewives. Like that's how deep it is. I've also been watching a lot of Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't know how I feel about that specific one anymore, because with the latest season rather, I feel like they're losing their classy element and it's becoming a little bit ratchet now. Because one of the reasons why I liked watching it in the first place is because they had that like bougie element to it, and my favorite cast member is Portia, so like I don't know, like especially with that trip that they took on the show, going to Grenada. I think it's Grenada. Am I even saying it right? Grenada. I don't know. You're not you. They went to that country where they were doing that black oil dance, Yeah, so I was saying like I really feel like production could have done a much better job in terms of brainstorming activities for them in that country, instead of like it being full of like twerking and being half naked all of the time. I feel like that really just dimmed the decency of the show, like, you know what I mean? It just ratchetified it a bit. Yeah, that's just my opinion though, I'm coming back in with my contour on the edges of my face, but like just on my upper face, not really lower, just so I don't look too cut out, So I did my lips off camera. Well, not really off camera, but in a different clip that is going to be uploaded onto TikTok. because my TikTok followers kept asking me for my lip combo, like how I do my lip combo. So that's for TikTok. If you want to see how I achieve this lip combo, go to my TikTok at _ideale. Okay, so for my eyes, I'm going to be using this Maybelline Fireworks mascara. They actually sent this to me in a PR package for a campaign I did for them recent. So as you can see, I've done the rest of my makeup off camera. I'm wearing this blue shirt. I feel like it complements the pink lips, and yeah, this is going to be the end of our video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and our little chat session, and please do come back and make sure that you like, subscribe and comment. From me to you, to your loved ones,